Water, the essence of life, life-giving, life-saving, life-sustaining. We all know that water covers 70% of Earth's surface. That's why astronauts in space called it the blue planet. That's a whole lot of H2O on Earth. Something like 326 million trillion gallons. All this water is in a constant cycle. It evaporates from the ocean, travels through the air, rains down on the land, and then flows back to the ocean. But did you know 98% of the water on the planet is in the oceans? And so is unusable for drinking because of the salt. Did you know about 2% of the planet's water is fresh? But 1.6% of the planet's water is locked up in the polar ice caps and glaciers. Another 0.36% is found underground in aquifers and wells. So that means only about 0.036% of the planet's total water supply is found in lakes and rivers. And that's why it's the responsibility of each and every individual to ensure that we take care of each drop. We all know water is essential to live. Did you know a significant fraction of the human body is water? In fact, body water is 50 to 80% of the water content of the human body. Guiton's textbook of medical physiology states that the total amount of water in a man of average weight of 70 kilograms is approximately 40 liters. In a newborn infant, this may be as high as 75% of the body weight, but it progressively decreases from birth to old age, and most of the decrease occurring during the first 10 years of life. Also, obesity decreases the percentage of water in the body, sometimes to as low as 45%. Blood is 92% water. The brain is 75% water. Muscles 75% water. And bones 22% water. And some more fun facts: 70% of an elephant is water. 75% of a chicken is water. 80% of a pineapple is water. 95% of a tomato is water. Think you knew it all? Some more interesting water facts that you may not have known. Every day, a healthy person can drink about 3 liters of water. That's 8 to 13 cups per day. Estimates vary, but the average person uses about 80 to 100 gallons of water per day to survive in a moderate climate at an average activity level. At the same time, the minimum amount of water needed for drinking, cooking, bathing, and sanitation is 13 gallons, 50 liters. But here's where it gets interesting. The average person in the United States uses between 65 to 78 gallons of water, 250 to 300 liters per day for drinking, cooking, bathing, and watering their yard. The average person in the Netherlands uses only 27 gallons, 104 liters per day for the same tasks. The average person in the African nation of Gambia uses only 1.17 gallons, 4.5 liters of water per day. And among all of them, you would be surprised to learn that the largest use of household water is to flood the toilet, and after that to take showers and bath. That is why in these days of water conservation, we are starting to see toilets and showers that use less water than before. Now you know why it is the collective responsibility of each one of us to take every measure to ensure a constant flow and supply of good quality water to sustain life and keep the entire planet nourished and enriched. All this now demands a different approach to controlling water. Let's look at a bigger challenge affecting each one of us: population growth, rapid urbanization, changing lifestyles, and economic development have all led to increasing pressure on water resources everywhere, and especially in developing countries. Today, more than 1 billion people do not have access to safe drinking water. That's why the need for the sustainable management of water resources is important. We believe water conservation is not really about today. It's about passing on a rich legacy to generations to come, tomorrow and beyond. Let's not forget, clean water is a precious natural resource that is vital to our survival. If you are concerned about your impact on the environment, conserving water is one way to make a difference. Small changes to your daily routine can have a big environmental impact. When you choose to conserve water, you can reduce your strain on the planet and save money at the same time. Simple steps like turning off the tap when not in use to replacing high-volume flushing toilets with high-efficiency toilets and using only recycled water for gardening can make a lot of impact. And you would readily agree, water treatment in such a scenario becomes extremely important for all of us. Simply put, water treatment is a process of making water suitable for its application or returning its natural state. Water treatment involves science, engineering, business, and art. And that's why an industry leader like Wetico goes the extra mile to come up with recycling initiatives and sustainable innovations to manage water. Sustainable development is development that meets the needs of the present without compromising the ability of future generations to meet their own needs. Brundtland Report, Oxford University Press, 1987. Welcome to Wetico.